Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is humility. Now, humility is one of those words that is often misused. It's misunderstood. See, most people think about being humble as being very withdrawn, very shy, wallflower, very self-deprecating. Nothing could be further from the truth. You see, to really be humble, to have true humility, requires you to be self-aware, to know your strengths, to accept your strengths, to accept your accomplishments, and then to be able to view them in a grander scheme, to see how you fit in to the larger context. To know what you know helps you to know what you don't know. Right? To achieve allows you to see what is possible and hopefully to understand that achievement is just a part of a process and that there is so much more that there is to do. You see, there's an old Chinese saying that for every man there's a higher man, for every mountain there's a higher mountain, for every heaven there's a higher heaven. So you have this kind of hierarchy. And what it is trying to say is that no matter how great you get as a person, right, there's another person that may be a little bit better than you are. And if you take that further, you can become the greatest person in the world. The mountain is still higher than you are. And you become the highest mountain, the heavens are still above you. So there's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. But all of these parts are integral for the whole to exist. See, as a student, it's important that you be humble, right? That as we learn, we have to have humility, because humility allows us to say, I don't know it all. I need to learn. I need someone with more experience, with more knowledge to help me to improve myself. Now, as a teacher, you also have to have humility, right? Because the first thing is we all have to accept we don't know it all. We talked about this last week. We don't know it all. Nobody knows it all. There's still room to learn. There's still room to grow. Also, to be a great leader, to be a great teacher, to be a great mentor, to be that great role model, is to understand that you need the other person just as much as they need you, right? To be a servant leader, right? You have to have people to follow you. If you don't have followers, you're not leading anybody, or you're really not a good leader and you've chased them all away. So we have to have a level of humility. As we think about our lives and the progress that we're making, remain humble. Accept the things that you have done great. Accept the strengths that you have. Accept all of the hard work and acknowledge it. But keep that in context that there is so much more that's out there. There's so much more to learn. There's so much more to do. And in our dealings with others, we have to understand that we're all part of a greater whole. And no one is more special than you, and no one is less special than you. We are all special, we're all unique, and we're all needed in order to make this world work. All right, I hope you enjoyed this week's word, and hope to see you next week.